Ask any of the night staff at Centre Parcs Longleat, and they'll tell you cabin 46 doesn't exist. It's not on the official maps. You won't see it in the booking system. And yet, guests have stayed there. Or at least, they think they have. It starts with a misplaced booking. A family or couple arrives late, just after dusk, and the receptionist apologetically says there's been an error. All other units are full. But, she says with a polite smile, there's one cabin available. It's not on the main path. It's a little older, more secluded. She points at a faint shape on a printed map. No street lamps. No neighbors. Just a dark line of trees. Cabin 46. They're given a key. A key, unlike the others, old-fashioned, heavy, no electronic tag. The path to the cabin is narrow and poorly lit, winding between tall fir trees that lean in close, as though listening. By day, it looks like any other lodge. Wooden beams, mossy patio, that faint smell of cedar inside. But by night, something changes. The windows frost from the inside. The mirrors darken. Lights flicker, then return, but slightly dimmer, as if tired. Strange wet footprints appear across the floor, too large to be from any guest, bare and pointed inward. Always inward. The first night, guests hear whispers in the trees, or the sound of children running past the windows, though the park assures them the neighboring cabins are empty. Phones die, flashlights dim. The forest feels closer, and when they fall asleep, they all have the same dream. A child, maybe 10 years old, standing at the foot of the bed. His skin is pale, his mouth slightly open, but he has no eyes, only dark, sunken hollows that seem to stare nonetheless. When they wake, there are small handprints on the inside of the bedroom window. On the second floor, at around 3:13 a.m., the real nightmare begins. Guests report waking to the sound of crunching leaves, as if someone or something is walking circles around the cabin. No light catches the figure. The trees press in closer. One man claimed he watched through the blinds as a tall figure with no face walked slowly past the back patio, over and over again, each time getting slightly closer to the glass. By dawn, the footsteps stop, but the air never feels quite right again. It's heavier, wrong. Local legends, whispered between staff during late-night shifts, tell of a caretaker who once lived alone in the woods, long before the park was built. He was quiet, private, said to have lost his family in a fire on the land that now houses Cabin 46. When workers began building the lodge decades later, a foundation trench collapsed. 2 men were killed. 1 was never found. The lodge was still completed, but strange complaints began almost immediately: nausea, insomnia, missing time. Eventually, it was removed from the reservation system. Or so the story goes. No one can prove any of it, but ask the staff to point you toward Cabin 46, and you'll see them pause. That cabin doesn't exist, they'll say. But if you hear knocking from deep in the woods, don't answer. Guests who've stayed there never spend more than 1 night. They leave early. Some are visibly shaken. One man, pale and silent, handed back the key without a word. When staff inspected the cabin later that day, they found all the furniture turned to face the windows, as if the guests were watching for something all night. The strangest thing: every guest who stayed in Cabin 46 receives a survey email a week later asking about their stay, with a question at the bottom not found in any other version. Did he speak to you? If you ever see that question, delete the email. And if you hear someone knocking at your cabin door at 3:13 a.m., do not open it. Many thanks for treading this tale's dark path. If its chill gripped you, like, subscribe, and comment below.